Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be delving into what do they think of you, what is their impression of you. We're going to be looking at where will this relationship go, what type of relationship it is. We're going to be seeing like how you know this person, how you meet this person, whatever. You could already know them or it's somebody you're going to meet. Who knows? The cards will tell us that. Okay, we have 3 groups today from which to choose from. We have group 1 with the fluorite kitsune, group 2 with the onyx kitsune, and then group 3 with the dendritic quartz kitsune. Please do remember that this is a general reading and not a personal one, so there's no reason to take anything personally. If it's not resonating, that's perfectly fine. Just take what does, leave the rest. If you feel called to listen to more than one group, obviously your intuition is telling you that for a reason. Go with it. So anyways, go ahead, pause the video, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to feel out which group is calling to you. And let's get started. 1 with the fluorite kitsune. This is going to be your reading. Let's see what is in the cards for you guys. And I'm just going to put them all down, see what we got. Wow. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords. These are successive cards. We have the Moon. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the house 5, which is Leo's house in the natal chart, and sun energy. This is pleasure and creativity. We have zodiac number 2 and 7 with the sign of Cancer. We have lover, which is very Leo energy, which is very 5th house. So we see where this is going. We have artist. So I feel like this is a very creative group. We have sextile with opportunity, and we even have a paint palette there. Very interesting. And we literally have the sun again. This is wild. And it's funny because we have the moon and we have the sun. I'm going to say from just that right alone that this is like somebody who is considering you as a counterpart. Okay. There's something that you guys have a lot in common. Now, the 7 of Swords can show that, this is the thief in the night. This, someone who, does shady shit or, is a liar, a backstabber, that kind of thing. But it also can indicate somebody that you have and you share a common like hobby or passion with. It also can indicate independence and strength. But it's really kind of interesting because I feel like that when they meet you, they're going to see that you've been through some shit. Okay. And, maybe that you seem like you're distrustful to them. Okay. Like you're very, protective, maybe they're not sure that they think that there's something very mysterious about you, something that, you're hiding from them, something that you're holding back. But again, we're dealing with feminine and masculine energy. We're dealing with yin and yang. So it's like, I feel like you guys are definitely counterparts, okay? And you complement one another very well because you do have a lot in common. I get the sense that they look at you and they literally want to help you. There's something about like wanting to work with you, but they feel like that you guys balance each other out. Literally, there's the scales on the hand right there. Okay. And the 6 of Pentacles is somebody who's a mentor, somebody who you can rely on, somebody you can count on, somebody who's really, I feel like this person can like point out things that you're not witnessing or you're not seeing, that maybe this person even comes to you to protect you in your work. Maybe you are somebody who's definitely some kind of artist. It could be any kind, okay, where we're doing something creative. But this kind of stuff, okay, straight up, I'm just going to be honest, you guys. There are a lot of people who are in the creative field, especially artists, who are just dumb as rocks when it comes to protecting their work legally. Okay, I've noticed this because I've been on the internet plenty. I have, I went to art school. Ciara, if you've been with me for a long time, who's done readings with me, she has an art background too. She's an artist, and, the plagiarism is real. The people stealing is real, and people are just when it comes to protecting their work. They think that everyone's just so honest. It's like, honestly, I feel like many of the people who are creative out there, and I'm not saying everyone, some people who are creative have really good business ethics and sense. And that is awesome. But every single creative person is not like that. Okay. They're good at creativity, but they're lousy when it comes to business and like the law and the protection side of things. I get the fact that this person could be somebody who is there to protect you, and they're going to point stuff out to you that you are not aware of. Okay. And with the rise of AI crap and all this stuff, there's people who are full on lying about, oh, I created this piece of artwork, but they're a fucking liar. And there's even people who are making up lies saying it's some famous artist that never existed. And they're creating these AI things, or whatever. But it's like AI literally steals from other people to generate this image or whatever. It's pretty fucked up, honestly. There are people who produce pieces on purpose and they put it on stock image websites that you can pay for, which you are allowed to use in AI, or they use it like they've created it and they put it up there or whatever. But, it's a very slippery slope. It's very shady. And in this day and age, no matter what kind of creativity or what kind of thing you're producing, you need to protect yourself by law. You need to, be very aware, okay? Don't think that, like people will be tricked into doing commissions and they steal from you and all this other kind of, I've seen it all, okay? This case, this person is definitely there to point stuff out to you. Get privy, get wise, okay? Like I said, a lot of people are just not freaking aware. They're very ignorant to what the world is like, okay? And they could be very young, very inexperienced. Okay. And this person is definitely someone who has experience. And it's very interesting because we have the fifth house, which is a creativity house. It's also the house of children. Okay. Maybe for some of you, this person almost presents themselves like a father figure. Very interesting. So the fifth house represents creativity and self-expression, also offspring, and is also associated with romance and affection. Yeah, this group is all about a love interest, and they're definitely out to protect you. We have dualism and balance, and it's kind of funny because we have the scales on that hand right there. And, it says, you are likely to get influenced by others easily. Most often you get success under the guidance of your patrons and mentors. This is a mentor. They're going to give you guidance. You guys, and it's funny, it's mentioning patrons. So you guys are doing some kind of creative work for money. This is clear. And it's very interesting because we have Pisces here. We have Leo mentioned, and we have Cancer. These are the main signs that are coming through here. This could talk about the sun or the rising sign. I'm not going to say moon, although, moon can be in here, but definitely one of these is the prominent rising or sun sign. With the dualism and balance, pay attention. The number 5, the number 2, the number 7, okay, or could be important to you. But, this person is definitely like feeling feelings of love towards you. Like you shine and you stand out to them like crazy because we have that sun energy, and we literally have sun mentioned here twice. Okay. And so it's like you shine like the sun to this person. They feel very romantic and nurturing, kind of mothering or freaking paternal kind of feelings towards you. And they definitely are like trying to help you move on from a situation. Okay, that is like, I feel like by knowing this person, all the garbage and all the crap from the past, like the rough waters, you're leaving that and moving into smooth sailing. Also, this person could be at a distance from you across a body of water. It doesn't have to be a great distance. Okay, it could be like literally a river or a lake, it doesn't have to be an ocean, but it could be. But this person brings great opportunity, okay, into your life too. It says collaborates, assists, explains, explains. They're going to explain some shit to you that you are not aware of. This is somebody you can definitely count on. They've got your back. They're your mentor. Explains, provides opportunities, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. And then we have sun. Essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, yep, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and father. What was I saying? Maybe this is going to be the father of your children. Also, they look at you and they think that you're kind of like a little innocent child almost in ways because you're so ignorant to certain things and that they are very aware of. And they're going to point those secrets out to you. They're going to show you the things that you don't know. Maybe there is somebody like this is somebody who literally calls out, hey, somebody's ganking your work over here. What are you going to do about it? You know, do you need help? And yes, this group really needs to protect themselves. That's just like what I'm feeling here. Okay. They are a very masculine person. You know, they're very honorable. Okay. They have fantastic energy. They're a very spiritual kind of person. They're very distinct. They are very expressive, especially when it comes to love, because they're like the lover, you know, like hardcore. They exude this kind of energy, super hardcore. They're very individual. They're very independent. This is somebody who doesn't, you know, speak, you know, nobody tells them what to do because they've got it covered. They're very independent this way. They're very self-sufficient. You know, they're not needy in any way, but they are very protective of the people that they care about. And they do feel like you are very talented and they want you to be aware of that and, you know, help you to bring it out more. And they definitely want to protect you and point out, you know, to where you have weak spots that you need to fortify and protect yourself. But this is definitely one hell of an opportunity to be with this person. They bring a lot of opportunity to you, perhaps jobs, commissions, auditions even. You know, this is what this person does. And it's very funny because I'm seeing those snowflakes and I'm seeing, you know, this is Pisces card right here. Pisces, of course, is a sign that is a winter zodiac sign. The birthdays are in the winter, just before spring, just before that rebirth, before that sun starts to get warmer and bigger. So I feel like that sign is very much prominently sticking out, and Pisces people are extraordinarily creative. No doubt about it. I also get the sense that Pisces season, Leo season, and obviously Cancer season could be very prominent, maybe even Libra, because I'm seeing that scale there. Okay. So, yeah, these could be important time periods for you. So look alive, pay attention, guys, because there's somebody definitely coming in who adores you and has got your back, and they're really going to point out some things to you. So be prepared. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this group. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. If you would like to check out more readings by me, please head over to my Patreon. We discuss all kinds of stuff over there. The link to that is in the drop down box below. Thank you guys for being with me, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye. For those of you who chose our Onyx Kitsune, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what comes up in the cards for you guys. Group 1 was rather interesting. Let's see what this group has to say. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Emperor. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh la la. And we have the Four of Wands. This is really interesting because I use this deck quite a bit, and I rarely see the Nine of Pentacles from this deck. I have, you know, from other decks, but this one, I don't see this one very much. It's kind of hot that this is coming out for you guys. Interesting. So we also have angel number 444, new beginnings and opportunities. We have zodiac number 1 and 4 with Leo energy. This is kind of interesting because Leo energy was definitely coming up in group 1. So some of you might want to check that out. We have loner. We have Sagittarius. This is kind of interesting. We have fire sign with Aries. We have Leo fire sign, and we have Sagittarius. All the fire signs are present here. I'm catching massive passionate fire energy here. I'm also feeling like this person is a soulmate. They are more mature than you. They have more experience than you. You might want to definitely watch group 1 too, because there could be some some layered messages there for this group. Oh my God. We have Leo the lover, and we have the first house, which is Aries house again. This is Aries card, and this is Aries house. That is freaking wild, you guys. I would definitely check out group 1. Again, this group, I feel like they're going to view you as a heartbreaker. There is some kind of underlying, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get hurt, or you've been hurt. They're definitely viewing you as somebody, God, what did they do to you? You've been hurt. You've got some issues you need to work through, some heartache, some pain. You've been through some tragedy or whatever. But they're here to bring some stability into your house. They're definitely offering you a new beginning and a new opportunity for great abundance in your life. This is kind of like a superstar kind of recording artist. And I'm telling you, you guys should probably watch group 1 too. For those of you who are creatives and you are definitely in some sort of field where you are using your creative talents, especially if it has to do with music, art, acting, maybe writing, but I'm feeling like more like those 3 that I just mentioned. Okay. Anything like this, where you're in the public eye, any kind of, where you are definitely a influence somehow in one way or another in a creative field. This person has got your back. This could even be sort of like an agent or somebody that's coming in to, they feel like, I get the sense that they're kind of a bit of a loner, or very independent and very strong, or they like when we have loner and we have the emperor, this is definitely, they are the ruler of their own domain. They own their own business. It's like they don't answer to anyone. They are the highest level of their business. When we're dealing with the emperor in particular, we are looking at any kind of leadership or self-employment. They're definitely head of their own kind of organization. They're very, very, I get the sense this person is extremely masculine and they're very balanced. But this is somebody who's definitely got your back. They're a soulmate and they are a potential lover. Okay. And they're looking at you like they're kind of having feelings for you. So with the angel number 444, and obviously we have 1 and 4 mentioned again. We literally have 1 right here. So 1s and 4s, seeing these numbers are, important. So the months that contain these numbers as well are important. So these could be time periods. Also Leo season, Aries season, Sagittarius season. And of course, Sagittarius does, happen in November. It's when Sagittarius season begins, which is the 11th month. Leo is obviously, 7th going into 8th. But 8 is a, 4 and 4 makes 8. We have obviously April, and that's Aries season. That's fucking wild, you guys. Okay. And then dates, these could be important dates. So just do the math, figure it out yourself. You guys can figure it out. You're not dumb. Okay. So, we have new beginning and opportunity. Whatever you're currently working on will contribute to your happiness. Stay the course and enjoy the process. With this card here, it says high ambition. It's zodiac number 1 and 4 with Leo. High ambition and assertion. You always look the best. You always look at the best of life. You have the strong willpower that fills you with the enthusiasm to conquer against all odds. Of course, that is very Leo energy, very, determined. And we're dealing with Aries. This is very go-getter. So it's very interesting because Sagittarius is mutable. Aries is cardinal, which cardinal energy is great because it gets shit done. Okay. And then Leo is fixed energy, which is very stubborn. Okay. But all of these 3 are working together. I feel like that there is a balance of this across this person's chart where they are very balanced between mixed, mutable, and fixed, which is nice. Because people like this can get along with just about anybody, which is probably why they're in the position they're in professionally, because they understand people and they know how to work well with them. Okay. And I get the sense that they shine, they have great charisma and personality. They're mature. They're very experienced. And I get the sense that compared to them, you aren't. So they're here to guide you and protect you in that way. So we have Leo, the lover here. We have expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical. Oh yeah, Leo's involved, definitely. Same with Aries, Sagittarius too. I'm not going to lie. I have much experience with fire sign there. Fire signs are on my relationship houses. And of course, I'm married to one of these. So we have expressive, creative. Okay, so we have extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical, juicy, proud, trusting, and excessive. And Leos have a big heart. They're very loving to the people that they care about. Sagittarius are too, and definitely Aries are as well. They're very passionate. All three of these signs, very passionate, very charismatic, can be very stubborn and very egotistical. I mean, seriously, you guys, nobody can piss you off like a fire sign can. All right. But it's like makeup sex is really hot. Okay. It's like, yes, it's like, what were we fighting about? The first house of self is physical body. Okay, physical body. They definitely are very aware of their physical body. And I'm just going to say it, especially because we have Aries here twice. We have Leo mentioned twice. It's all about the physical body and very active, not sitting on the ass, not couch potato shit. They work out, they take care of themselves because they're all about, look at me, look at my looks, look at my body, they've got it going on. So we have physical body, outlook, self-image is very important. Life philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self-awareness, arrival, expression, gateway, and entry point. And it's like, I see that in the Emerald Cities there with the door open and it says, welcome. Again, I feel like this person is larger than life. They're definitely the ruler of their own domain. There's something else. They're quite interesting individual. Okay. They definitely stand out above the crowd. They think that, they're definitely into you. I can tell you that right now. I feel like that they are going to make you very aware of your image. Okay, especially if you're working in some kind of profession that's creative and you are in the public eye, they're most definitely going to point stuff out to you. They're going to say, okay, maybe we need to, it will be good for your image if we reinvented it. Like, let's change your hair color. Let's, get a stylist in here. Let's do this because it's only going to benefit you monetarily if you do this. And it's kind of funny because if you look at the wall here, she's got golden, like it's pentacles, but it looks like, like records, like golden records, like, like a sold so many copies, it's gone gold or whatever the hell, that's on the wall. We have grapes. And grapes are always associated with harvest, reaping what you sow, bringing in abundance. I wouldn't even be surprised if this person owns like big properties or even a vineyard. Very interesting that's coming up here, considering the reading I just did for Patreon. That was brought up in one of the groups. Very much this energy, kind of hot. But this is definitely soulmate. They are all about knowing PR. They're about celebrations, parties. You could even meet this way through some kind of networking party, celebration event. I feel like there's a lot of beautiful people around when you run into this person. Obviously, there's like people like definitely trying to stand out, trying to be known, trying to be famous. There's a lot of good networking, possibilities at this event where you're at. There's music and dancing. We have that disco ball. It's exciting. There's definitely music. I can hear music playing and like that thump, 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 thump of like bass. You definitely want to dress in a way that's going to grab their attention. I feel like for some of you, red or green, again, this is so coming through. This is like weird because this kind of energy was in the Patreon reading I just did for Patreon. And it was about future love. So like you guys wearing like a jewel tone could be very, make you stand out. She's obviously wearing black. That's another one. Like maybe some of you, can go for that vixen look and that, will work for you. But I feel like to stand out from the crowd, you have to definitely dress up and zhuzh it up to catch this person's attention. And for me, red is definitely coming through. Now, depending on your coloring, pink could be another one as well. But it just depends on your coloring, okay? And it depends on where you're going and like, how that looks on you. If it like makes it so that it's like you know, makes you stand out, then go for it. But pink is usually more of a softer color. You know, it's not very, it reminds me of princesses. That's like kind of what that color reminds me of. Whereas red is like power. You know, what is your image? What are you going for? What do you represent? It's going to be pink or it's going to be red. It's going to be one of the freaking two. Maybe even green, maybe black. Those are the four colors that are coming through, and they speak to you at a core like about you at a core level. So you have to go with whichever color represents you the most and definitely matches your personality. Whatever that is, it's going to show, and it's going to be very vibrant. It's going to stick out, and it's going to make you be seen. I mean, Emerald City, emeralds, you know, emeralds, wearing green, you know, especially if you're a redhead, okay, it's going to look good on you. Yeah, it does. But yeah, this, I feel like that they're going to realize that you're a very ambitious person and that you're thirsty for a new opportunity. And they're going to, like, you know, they think that you're talented and stuff like this. And so they're going to give you a shot and give you a talent. They're definitely very attracted to you. It's very interesting. The way that they look at you, I feel like, look at her. This is one of those kind of shoot your shots. It's like the eye contact from these two cards is pretty intense, as well as in these two right here. So I feel like you guys are definitely going to make some sort of eye contact from across the room. I'm also noticing this. I keep looking at the angel right there. This is definitely divinely guided. And it is quite, you know, like a kind of like almost like a spiritual connection between the two of you. But this is meant to happen, and it is going to put you in a position where you're going to be able to reap what you sow. You're going to be very fruitful. You're going to, you know, have a good life, and be abundant and be successful. And this person is key to that, you know, definitely. Very I feel like power couple vibes. But again, when they first notice you, it's like they're going to be like, damn, heartbreaker, you know? They might even be like, damn, and like feel a little bit vulnerable. But also I get the sense that they're going to notice that, and they're going to realize that you have been through some shit. And they're going to see that from the get-go, okay? But anyway, it's like, this is like one of those people that you shoot your shot with, okay? Completely. All right, guys, so that is it. That's all I'm seeing for this group. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. If you would like to check out that other reading that I talk about and this energy was popping up, you can head over to my Patreon. The link to that is in the drop-down box below. Thank you guys for being with me, and I will catch you next time. You who chose group 3 with the dendritic quartz, Kitsune, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what came up for you guys. Wow, we have the Page of Cups. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, damn. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We have Life Path 1, the leader. So this could be your life path. If this is your life path number, this reading is definitely for you, or that's them. We have root number 9. We have Cancer. And we have all this cup energy. So, I mean, literally, this is a very emotional connection. All right. And I feel like, you know, you guys could even like already be hooking up on the astral realm. You could feel them through sleep, like through your dreams, also meditation and meditative states. You might get little tingly feelings or something like this, and just feel like this kind of love energy, very strong, you know, connection, like maybe tugging at the heart chakra. This is definitely like you're picking up your mate's energy. Because I do feel like this is a very romantic one, because we have the Knight of Cups here, and we have Cancer energy, which is of course ruled by the moon. So I feel like through the lunar cycles, you could feel this energy either, you know, waning or, you know, waxing, gaining in strength. And we have Dancer. Wow. Again, look at that. They're dancing right here. I have been feeling like this, like the groups lately, in all this reading have been very talented people. So who's watching? Because I feel like many of you are quite talented. We also have Saturn with wisdom, and we have the 10th house with reputation. Very interesting, because the 10th house is, of course, Capricorn's house. And Capricorn, of course, is ruled by Saturn. Whereas I feel like there's the water signs, especially Cancer, is definitely represented in this reading. You know, any of the water signs could be represented, but also I feel like Capricorn energy is very strong here. And this, how you meet this person is definitely through career. If any of you are dancers, oh, definitely. Okay, this is for you. And check out Cancer there, Mr. Cancer right there. God damn, his body is nice. So I get the sense this person's body is yummy, maybe because they are a dancer, and, you know, they have to stay fit, whatnot. But what is their impression of you? They feel like this is like crush energy, because this is the Page of Cups. This is that youthful, like high school, sweet, youthful kind of crush. Maybe they're not sure if you have the same feelings back. It's very like innocent and sweet and adorable. And this is the kind of person that you hold hands with and share stolen kisses. You know, this is like that kind of energy. But also I get the sense that they might feel like, oh, you're much younger. I get the sense they're older than you, because we have Saturn here. There's an age difference. But this is a ride or die person because it's Saturn. Whenever Saturn is included, I know for me, and I know for many of you out there too, Saturn is going to be a power player when it comes to meeting like those people that you have relationships with that are your ride or die, that will be with you for the rest of your life. They're going to make a huge impact. Of course, when relationships come in, when it comes to astrology, you have to have multiple transits triggered in order for it to indicate, yes, this is a relationship, or a relationship is coming in. Not just one, you guys, but Saturn definitely plays a role, okay? At least for mine, whenever it aspects the sun, which right now it's doing that again. The last time was 29 years ago. And guess what? I've been married for 29 fucking years, and that's the last time when Saturn fucking was there. So I had all this 5th house stuff, all my 7th house, my ascendant was, you know, there was all kinds of stuff triggered. And that's like basically when I met, you know, my husband, and I ended up getting married. So it's, you know, it is a power player. It does indicate long-term relationships and stability and, you know, seriousness, discipline, life-changing events. So, you know, whenever it's aspecting and it's other things are aspected too, for many of you, this could indicate that this is something serious. But I get the sense, because this is showing up, yes, this is something quite serious. They think that you're a lot of fun, that you know, you definitely are like the life of the party. They love to spend time with you. They think that you're funny and like you stand out. It's like you meet through friends, through some kind of event where it's like there's a get together with friends or something like this. And they definitely have romantic feelings for you. This is like one of these I'm in love with love. And of course, we're dealing with creative people anyway, which usually are quite emotional and very in love with love and very passionate and very expressive. But I get the sense this person is quite disciplined. Like they might even find that you are very disciplined and you have like one hell of a reputation, and that you're a go-getter, you're very ambitious, and almost to the point where it's like they feel like you work hard and you party hard. When do you ever have time to rest? Maybe they just want to sweep you away, and they want you to like lock themselves in a room with you for like a while and make mad passionate love to you for days on end. You know, that's like what I'm getting from that right there. With the leader, and this is how they view you, as an individuality, independence, autonomy. Develop a voice of your own and a greater sense of self-confidence. Maybe they feel like you are it's either that they think that you're self-confident, or they don't think that maybe you're a little hard on yourself, and they feel like you could have a little boost, you know, in that self-confidence. We have wisdom, and we have wisdom twice. They do think you're very smart. They think you're very wise. They think you're very disciplined. We have wisdom, closure, and endings. You do not pretend to understand the purpose of the Creator, but hope that things are arranged reasonably and will end well. This is like kind of like your MO, like how you view things possibly. And I get the sense when you meet this person, it is like the ending of singledom. And they feel like it's an end of an era. It's like no more of the, being alone kind of thing, like, autonomous, like it's like now you're a couple and like you're coming together. You guys like know how to move your bodies incredibly well together. Like again, dancing could be like you both can be very talented dancers, straight up, any kind of dance, doesn't matter. But also when it comes to, making the beast with two backs, you guys are very good with like knowing intuitively how to move and how to pleasure one another completely. But you definitely meet through, they think that you're the bee's knees, basically, okay? And they are just like head over heels, and they write poetry and music and songs about you. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe like, there's the dancer thing, and then there's somebody who's quite, poetic, with their words, or a musician of some kind. And it's like you guys just mix that way. Maybe, they're a musician or an artist, like, recording artist, and you're a backup dancer or something like this. And, this is how you guys hook up. They could be part of a band. You're a dancer. You go to a gig or something where they're playing and they see you dancing and they're like, oh my God, but they think you're a go-getter and that you're very, you are really serious about your career and you want to make it. We have discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, okay, gravity, and scaffolding. And then with that 10th house, which of course Saturn is very happy in the 10th house, is career, responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, and empire. Like you're down to build an empire. They're down to build an empire with you. Career, you're very career focused. You're very responsible. You're very good with like, organizing your life, keeping to a schedule, maintaining your eating and your exercise regimen. You're very good and very disciplined about that. I fucking love people like that. I'm not going to lie. It's like, I like gravitate towards them. But then again, I have Eros in Capricorn. So yeah. It's definitely like a turn on when people have got their shit together and they've got that authority kind of, vibe, and they don't fuck around and they're serious and they know how to have fun. Okay. When there's work is work, play is play. And they're very serious about both when, it comes to that. It's like, let's get work done. Let's do this. Come on, go, go, go. And they're a fucking fantastic leader. They lead the pack. There's somebody you can look up to. They are insightful. They inspire you. They're very enthusiastic. And then, but when it comes to having fun, they're a ball of laughs, fucking just amazing to be around. They're funny and you guys laugh together. And this is like kind of like that vibe here. All right. We have 1 with beginnings and 9 with endings. This also could talk about personal years. Next year, 2004 is a year 8. Next year is a year 9. Now, you also have personal year numbers in numerology. Like, for instance, this is a 9 year for me this year. Last year it was an 8 year. And some of you, it could be a 1 year. When these personal year numbers could be very important to you. Also, like collective year wise, it could be important. And literally what comes after 9, we have 10. And of course, this is 1, right? So the 10th month, the 9th month, the 1st month, also dates like the 10th, the 9th, and the 1st could be important dates. But yeah, this person is like you guys have like quite a connection. Like you have like they want to like your personal life, because we're dealing with Cancer. This is the 4th house. This is has to do with your personal life. And where the 10th house is your public reputation, how, and those two are on the axis of the MCIC axis. And, for many people, mine is actually not that. but it's like this is, but they still represent those things. Okay. And this also represent the parents. They could have like a strong connection to a parent who had a major influence. You guys could have even like met through a parental figure, like through their business or their work or something like this. If any of you have a parent who is in some kind of entertainment industry or something, you can meet this way. But I feel like the private life and the public life are two separate things. And I feel like you guys like to keep that private, and they like to keep it private. Because, the Four of Swords is all about like, it's kind of like the Hermit card light. You're going within. This is meditation. This is rest, relaxation. I feel like you guys definitely like to hole up together, and you have your little private world together, like private bubble. And this is definitely what they desire with you. And, because all that freaking being in the public eye all the time is exhausting. And to have a private life and keep it private is very important to this person. And they definitely are there to help you realize that, I guess. We have, they think you're very smart, very wise. I don't know. I just think, or they think that you're very wise about keeping your private life private, which is, people should. Okay. There's so many, people out there on, like who are celebrities where it's like their fucking dirty laundry and their private businesses all over the freaking tabloids and shit. It's disgusting. It's like, I know it sells, rags to people and stuff like this, but it's like, I know that I appreciate keeping my personal life private to me. It's nobody's fucking business, because you need that. I know too many people, like I've seen, it's just gross. Like people on social media, like spilling their dirt and their private life a little bit too much out there. It always backfires in their face and they look like idiots. So it's kind of like one of those things where, you're wise, and it's like, they think you're wise about keeping that under wraps and keeping that private because it's just classy. It's like, there's some things that you can share with the public, of course. But you know what? They don't need to know every damn detail. They need to get a life. And why don't they go find their own private life of their own and figure that out? Go do that themselves. It's, that's why, I don't know, like reality TV shows and crap is so popular, because people like thrive on that. Some people, and I can't handle watching that shit. It's like, ugh. And plus that shit, half of it is staged anyway. So, it's, some people get off on that. I feel like that you are the kind of person that's like, no, my private life is private and I'm going to keep it that way. My public reputation is one thing. My private life is another. Fuck off. Paparazzi, piss off. It's like, there is something about this I'm feeling. Somebody here who's watching this is definitely knowing what I'm talking about. But yeah. Very interesting. I feel like this is, and of course, if anybody who has got leadership personality, okay, they're going to want their own private life and their time off alone so they can recuperate. Because if you don't, you can end up ill, sick, all kinds of problems, emotional problems that, it's harsh. People think that, a lot of people think they want to be famous, but they don't realize what it comes at with a price. And that's why it's very important to maintain a balance with that, to keep things separate, to keep things private, to keep your love affairs and your lovers and things like that. If obviously if you're going down the red carpet or you're doing something with somebody, they're going to see, but they don't need to know all the gory details. Keep it to yourself. And I feel like that's a wise choice in this, because if ever there's a hiccup, it's like, they don't have something to smear all over about you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, off on a tangent. Who is it that needs to hear this? I'm very curious. So anyway, you guys dance together through life, like beautifully together, like metaphorically and actually physically. But there's a lot of romance and a lot of passion and a lot of love here. And this is a very deep emotional bond. Again, we're dealing with the 10th and the 4th houses. So of course, Cancer is the 4th house. So, but they definitely think that you're quite wise, very smart, you're very disciplined, and they admire that about you, because maybe they're a little bit, not that. They're a little bit, I don't know, maybe too much in the ether. They need to get grounded, and you're very good with grounding them. So you complement each other. Whereas they open up your heart more, and they let you, like, you can become even more expressive and more creative by being with them, because they're like a muse. Very interesting, you guys. So that's it. That's all I'm seeing from this group. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure, if you'd like to check out more readings by me, go ahead, head over to my Patreon. The link to that is in the drop down box below. Thank you for being with me, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.